It's time for some more football, Sunday football, week number 14, picks and predictions. And as we always start off, did we get the Thursday game right? You're goddamn right we did. So many people picking against the Rams, so many people picking Vegas. And you know what? The thing is, the Raiders suck. Raider Nation ain't happening this year, that's for damn certain. So I went with the Rams. I know it was an upset pick. I know it was a tough game to win, but 17-16 still looks like a W to this guy. So I am 1 point ahead of about 40 other people thus far as of this game. I have 1 point already on quite a few people this week. But of course, the games that count are here today on Sunday. So let's get started. We have, first game is Buffalo Bills up against New York Jets. I'm going with the Bills. I already tried to pick against the Bills. And if Bill Belichick can't do it, then I don't know. I really don't know. You know, the Jets are not a contender. They're not Philadelphia. They're not KC. So they're not Dallas. So I'm going to sit back and go, no, you know what? Let's go with the favorite. Let's go with the Bills. Moving on from that one, we're going with the upset because you know there's a soft spot in my heart for the Cleveland Browns. Don't know where it comes from, but I do have it. Cincinnati Bengals up against the Cleveland Browns. We are going against the Bengals. Bengals can sometimes be inconsistent. You know, they're not a perfect team either. So, and Cleveland sometimes pulls out a solid 30 points in offense. So I think going with the Browns is not a terrible pick, but we'll have to wait and see. Dallas against Houston. That game is not even televised because it's going to be so brutally one-sided. That game isn't being televised because they don't want to showcase, though it could be history in the making for all we know. That is going to be a bitch slap of a game. It's unfortunate that I can't watch it, but we all know, even if you're a Cowboys fan, is it going to be a great game from a game standpoint? Absolutely not. Dallas is going to absolutely wreck the Texans. Then we move on to the Detroit Lions up against Minnesota Vikings. Now, I don't know why the Vikings aren't favorited this week, but for some reason, according to my stats, they are not. The Lions over the Vikings. No. I'm going with the Vikings. I picked the Lions when it's sort of a 50-50 shot. I don't pick the Detroit to really beat anybody strong, and Minnesota is still a strong team. We're going with the Vikings. Is half their O-line out or something? Is that why they're not favored? I have no idea. Moving on, we have the Tennessee Titans up against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Titans clearly are the much stronger team, and we're going to pick the Titans along with Philadelphia over the Giants. Though division rivalries are strange, I will say that the only team in our division that I still think has another shot to beat Philly, I don't think the Giants are going to beat Philly. I think Dallas on Christmas Eve is going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. You heard it here first. Moving on, this was probably the toughest one for me to pick. It's Pittsburgh Steelers up against Baltimore Ravens. See, the Ravens might have a good record, a winning record, but they don't win great. Did you see that game against Denver and all these other games they play? It's always down to the wire. They can't seem to do anything on offense, and it just seems that the other team doesn't get their motor running either. It's like watching two amateur teams all of a sudden for some reason. Every other week, Baltimore just lays an egg, and it's certainly not the golden goose egg. So I have no idea what is going on with that team. But I would hate to pick the Steelers and then be wrong, because my general go-to is you don't pick the Steelers because they kind of suck. You know, same with the Raiders. I'm not picking the Raiders unless they show me something great. So, and losing to the Rams on Thursday is, once again, not showing me anything great there. Then we move on. These are a couple of easy picks. Kansas City up against Denver. We're going with KC. Then San Francisco 49ers up against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Once again, Tom Brady is getting older. He's showing his age, and Tampa Bay is not what it once was. I got the 49ers over Tampa Bay. I really do. And I didn't really even question it. You know, normally you always hesitate to pick against Tom Brady, but not the Tom Brady of 2022, I'm just saying. Seattle Seahawks up against Carolina Panthers. We got the Seahawks picked there easy. And then here are the last two games. Of course, we have the Sunday night game and we have the Monday night game. These two picks are also a little odd. I don't trust trust the Chargers as far as I can throw them. I find them to be a weird team. They are literally the definition of a middle of the pack. Unlike Baltimore, who's inconsistent, the Chargers are more like a wild card. It's like, are we going to play football today? Are we going to do good? Are we going to look like a Super Bowl contender team? Or are we going to look like shit and play like shit? Like, they seem to, like, juggle how they're going to play every damn week. So, due to that, I am going to pick the Dolphins in that game. Though, I can see a couple of these could go the other way. The Giants could beat Philly. Tampa Bay could beat San Francisco. And, of course, the Chargers could beat Miami. This is all possible. Any given Sunday. This is why they play the game. But I'm much more confident in this week than some previous weeks. And then, of course, the Monday night game is New England Patriots up against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, once again, New England has burned me a couple times. I think I have a losing record of picking them this year. Every time I seem to pick them, they seem to lose. As an indication, and I'm not a superstitious man in that regard, but I also don't spin around in the mirror 3 times and scream Bloody Mary, just on that off chance. Why stir the pot? Why cause shit, right? So in that same regard, I'm sitting back here going, do I do this because New England, I've just had bad luck with New England? Is that the reason I'm picking Arizona? So the Monday night pick may change, but I hate changing picks. I'm 0 for 2 for changing picks this year, that's a fact. So I don't think I'm going to change that pick. I think I'm going to stick with the Patriots, and hopefully whatever Bill Belichick is saying in the locker room works on that fucking stupid team. So anyways, that's what we got for this week, for week 14 of the NFL picks and predictions. Let me know your guys' thoughts about the picks and predictions down in the comment section down below. Don't forget, of course, to comment, like, and subscribe as always. And we will see you here next Sunday for week 15 of the NFL picks and predictions. Let's go watch some football. Have a good weekend, everybody. Hope you watch some good ball. See you next time.